Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kyle Maddock, and this is your extremely late Season 3, Episode 10 recap of Mysa. Just in time to get you back on track for the Season 4 premiere. Let's get right to it. In the aftermath of the Red Wedding, the Freys have sewn the head of Robb Stark's direwolf onto his body, making something that would be awesome if it wasn't dead. Arya hears some Frey jerk in the woods talking about how much fun the Red Wedding was and stabs him a few dozen times before the Hound finishes the job. Having finally found someone who understands him, the Hound sheds a single tear and takes his surrogate niece out for some ice cream to celebrate their bloodshed. Back at the twins, Walder Frey and Roose Bolton high-five over how awesome it was to destroy the hopes and dreams of an entire nation. We also finally learn the answer to one of the most enduring mysteries of the books. Who had to clean up that disgusting mess? The answer? Some nameless extra. Then we get the answer to another lingering question. Who is Theon's BFF that's been hanging out with him all season? It's Roose Bolton's bastard, Ramsay. Having just removed Theon's favorite body part, Ramsay eats a sausage in front of Theon to remind him of just how close they've gotten this year. But Ramsay thinks Theon is a stupid name, so he gives him a newer, simpler one. Reek. Reek. It rhymes with hopelessness. Speaking of Theon's wang, his father Balon Greyjoy gets a package. It was sent to him by Ramsay Snow. Balon opens it, but it has no effect. How not to impress Balon Greyjoy? 1. Send Balon a box. Step 2. Put Theon's junk in that box. Step 3. Make Balon open the box. That's how you do it. It's Theon's dick in a box. Ramsay wants the Ironborn out of the north and is going to keep sending Balon pieces of his son until he can glue Theon together himself. But Father of the Year Balon doesn't care. He has a much more capable son in his daughter Yara, who is taking their fastest ship, 50 men and a sewing needle, to make things right. Jon goes about half a mile and decides it's time to rest, because Jon has no idea what he's doing. This gives Ygritte time to catch up and yell at him. Ditching your trained killer girlfriend at the first sign of trouble? You know nothing, Jon Snow. Ygritte shows Jon the full fury of a woman scorned and arrows him without mercy. Good luck with that one, Jon Snow. Bran and the Branettes finally reach the wall and enter an abandoned castle for shelter. Bran tells them a ghost story so that they can get a good night's rest before their long journey. This shockingly backfires, as Bran hears a noise in the middle of the night and gets scared when something huge and monstrous comes out of the well and trips. Oh, it's Sam, who immediately recognizes Bran and Hodor from Jon's stories, where he makes fun of them so the bros of the Night's Watch will think he's cool. They don't. Bran wants Sam to take them through the wall, but Sam says that's the stupidest thing he's ever heard. And he does it anyway. But not before giving them the rest of the dragonglass knives that he found, because, why save them for trained soldiers? They're much more useful in the hands of 3 kids, a dog, and a giant who knows 1 word. Sam then takes Gilly to see Maester Aemon, but Castle Black has a strict no girls allowed policy. Gilly pleads, saying she will cook and clean, to which Maester Aemon says, obviously. He then makes Sam send all of their ravens all over Westeros to warn them about the White Walkers, and asks for help since Sam gave all the dragonglass away. Ugh. Not long after, Jon arrives, sees Gilly, and immediately tells her to make him a sandwich. At Dragonstone, Davos tells an imprisoned Gendry about how he became a lord. Gendry says, yeah, cool story, bro. Can I get out now? But Davos has to catch up on his mail. He then goes to see Stannis and Melisandre, who tell him that Robb Stark is dead, and the leech thing worked, so now they're gonna burn all of Gendry to get revenge on the people who made fun of them in high school. Davos says he wants no part of it and puts Gendry onto a boat that he doesn't know how to operate, ironically sending Gendry to certain doom. Stannis is pissed and orders Davos dead, but Davos shows him the letter from the wall, and says they're going to need him. Melisandre looks into her magic fire, fast forward to next season, and sees that he's right. In King's Landing, Tyrion and Sansa get to know each other, but are interrupted by
Pause, baby. Just pause.
In the small council, Joffrey takes all the credit for something he had nothing to do with, and feels bad that he was never able to give Sansa the gift of rape he promised. So, he's going to make it up to her by giving her Robb's head instead. Tyrion tells Joffrey that she is no longer his to torment. Oh, little baby Joffrey throws a temper tantrum, and his Lord Grandpa sends him to bed without supper. Later, Jaime and Brienne finally show up in the city. Jaime immediately goes to Cersei's room and she cries when she sees Jaime's missing hand, since he won't be able to do that thing that she likes anymore. Kill. Finally, in Young Kai, Dany waits as thousands of freed slaves pour out of the city to meet her. But the people of Young Kai think they're at a Danzig concert and start yelling requests for Mother. Dany indulges them in stage dives, crowd surfing all the way back to the t-shirt stand and into their hearts forever. Or until she raises taxes. The Night's Watch build a turnstile to count how many people pass through the wall every day. Jaime and Theon get bionic replacements for their missing appendages. Joffrey loses his virginity to a crossbow. Melisandre joins Scientology and becomes even crazier. And the show somehow manages to top the sadness of the Red Wedding when Dany accidentally eats one of her dragons for brunch. Tasty. Thank you guys so much for watching this very late Season 3, Episode 10 review of Mysa. Make sure you tune in next week when we start our Season 4 recaps.